We're live? We're live.
Muted. Now we're live. Sorry, I muted
Hi.
my mic because I had to leave. But we're live
How are
for
you
real.
doing,
We live
folks? Welcome
here.
to today's match. Today's second match of the Slammin' Cup. How are you all doing today?
Second
Thursday
week, second
too.
match.
The second Thursday. Can you
Thursday
believe we have 2 Thursdays? They let us have two.
they gee mom. Gee Bill, how come mom lets you have 2 Thursdays?
2 Thursdays. What do you guys want to title this stream?
Uh
It could be anything.
I uh uh
Thank you, Oak, for telling me not to mess the colors up. I'll do my best.
I could name it "Don't Mess the Colors Up" as a constant reminder.
I
Yeah, I'm sure that will help me.
Perfect. Let's do that.
I'm sure on the stream where I'm not supposed to be watching it, I should be watching on
The
Discord.
chat the
Discord
chat
shows that.
will yell at us if we ever mess up the stream.
But yeah, as Venting has helpfully pointed out, today's match is Team Fae versus Team Tundra. Their second match so far in the Slammin' Cup.
Both teams are coming into this having swept their week 1 matches, so it's gonna be
Yes,
a tense match.
absolutely. Two very strong teams with lots of experience under their belts. First up on Team Fae, you've got Ken Will, them, who is new to the Slammin' Cup, but after them, it's just solid experience and talent. You've got Key, who uses any pronouns, just who is probably one of the more experienced players in the tournament, a mid-level competitive player, just very strong, going to be very strong. Then we've got Snive, who also uses any pronouns. They're a tournament organizer, for the Slammin' Cup, and have participated in the Slammin' Cup before. So we've got Snive in the chat. Hi, Snive. Do you want any? What's up? Wait, no, Snive can't hear me. It's fine. Moving swiftly on.
He has taken the promotion for mid-level, appreciates
Yes.
it.
There you go. There you go, Key. You're mid-level now.
You've
You're
been
you're at
promoted. We said
you're
it here on Slammin' Cup, it makes it real.
It's true. It's true. That's the Ludi, Ludi, more like Hootie,
That's a
because
quote.
that's a quote. That's me. Um, Agent Moon next up. He uses he pronouns. On one of our Ludi teams here. RIV, one of two people I believe who are on RIV.
Shout out to RIV.
Shout out to
I'm
RIV.
also on RIV.
Well, one of
Yeah,
three people here today
Fish
on
and I
RIV.
both are on Team RIV.
Two of us,
Four
four
people.
people. It's
Four
basically
people on
everyone.
RIV. That's the whole
This
team.
is actually an RIV stream.
This is
We're
the
taking
RIV.
over.
Then we've got Biddy Bite, who uses she her pronouns. She has participated in the Slam Cup before, and has also participated in our unofficial under the table mahjong tournament Takoyaku, which might happen at some point soon. Who can say? And
Again.
finally, rounding out
Boy, predictions are live.
Team Fae. That is Zakaro. He uses he/him pronouns. One of my teammates on another one of the Slammin' Cup's Ludi teams, the Hell Dualies, now containing 0% dualies, basically. Well, no, I won't say I won't go I won't say that I won't go that far. There's still dualies, as we will soon see.
Maybe there won't be.
How do you play mahjong under a table? Well,
With great talent and X-ray vision.
you've got to crane your
They
neck.
labeled them in Braille.
Exactly. 0% hell, 0% dualies. But like I said, we'll soon find out that maybe not exactly the case. Because on Team Tundra, once again, we've just stacked with talent. We've got 987 CJ, who uses she her pronouns, new to the tournament. But then again, once again, from there we've got just a very experienced players here. We've got excuse me. We've got Carney, who uses we've got Carney who uses 1 second. We've got Carney who uses it star pronouns. I believe Carney is on Death Crab for Cutie, another one. The third Ludi competitive team that we've mentioned so far. Got Unabated Basher, who uses they and they any pronouns. Part of the team that won season 2 of the Slammin Cup, and another member of Team RAV. That's all four. That's all four for people who are keeping count. And we've got Benjamin. He uses they pronouns. Once again, a repeat offender here on the Slammin Cup.
And one of the backbones of keeping SLAMMIN CUP going with all the streaming.
And
For that.
Once again, you know, a takoyaku enjoyer, a mahjong enjoyer. And finally, last but very certainly not least, it is May, who uses pronouns, and one of my beloved, my beloved, one of my teammates on the Hell Dualies, who loves Tetras so much that he named himself Dark Tetras. And we will see whether he breaks out the dualies for this match. What who are you excited to see though? Who do you think who are you?
I think this is a tough one to call. I mean, both these teams look really good.
Very strong.
I want to see some tight fought matches, honestly. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely. I agree. I think that both of these teams are very, very strong. Lots of competitive experience under their belts. They've got the fundamentals. You know, whether will they mesh together into a strong team? Who can say? I think what I'm most excited. I think something that I would be very excited to see is to see some of these new players, Kenten Will and 987 CJ, just get out there and make a name for themselves on the big stage in the show. You know, we love our new participants here on the Slammin Cup. You know, I'm just excited to see. I'm excited to see if they'll show their face, make a contribution to their teams, help carry them to the highest levels, at least as far as the Slammin Cup goes.
You know what I'm excited for?
What are you excited for?
Picking what map they get to play first.
Oh shoot! It's the wheel.
It's time for the wheel.
Are we ready for the wheel? Okay,
I hope we're ready.
let's do it.
Here he comes.
I'm not ready for the wheel.
Oh, it's happening.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Mahi before we roll.
Shout out to Mahi Resort.
Mahi's a great.
Well,
we got,
unfortunately,
Umami,
and also Umami again.
Umami. It looks like does Umami want to be picked?
Just a little bit.
Umami, two mommy, some might say. Umami 2. Tokyo.
It is
Tokyo
the
Drift.
second Thursday. This is why we have two.
And it's Umami Ruins too.
Yeah,
two Ruins.
What's the most two
Umami Twins.
umami? What's the most two game mode?
What's the most two game mode?
I think Umami Zones actually is pretty too,
Yeah, that's
if you
two.
think about
That's
it.
two because on account of the two zones. Umami Ruins, one of the maps in Splatoon 3 that has a split zone.
That
Um,
is true.
in the zone control game mode. Um, we're not
I'm
even going to
gonna.
talk about Bluefin Depot because Bluefin
Yeah, who
Depot
needs
isn't.
it?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you
I'm.
think?
I've locked in umami zones.
Umami zones? Let's
Yes, it's
go.
been
Umami
locked in.
zones. Yeah, yee, let's go. Um, like I said, Umami Ruins to a split zones map. You'll see in the middle of the map. You'll see in the middle of the map there'll be an elevated area, and flanked on either side of this area is going to be are going to be the titular zones that you have to control in zone control. Um, keep the if you can keep both zones painted with your team's color, then the timer on your side starts to tick down. Um, However, the first team to score 100 points wins the match, or the team with the highest score at the end of the match. The but you know but it's not all lost if the other team gets down to if the other team scores if the other team scores 90 points from the very beginning, because if you can flip the zone back to your color, they get penalty points depending on how many points they scored during the period of time when they had the zone controlled, that they must then chew through before they can continue to score points.
That's a very good explanation
Right,
of
and that,
splat
that that
zones.
can make it really important just to not necessarily hold it for a long time, but uh, just to flip it back for a second even can pause the other team's accumulation of points on zones.
Absolutely, absolutely. Although going to be a little bit harder on Umami Zones than on some other maps. Because of this,
Given the split zones, yeah.
they're going to have to control they're going to have to. It's not going to be enough to throw a booyah bomb or go in with a reef slider, or
Oop.
make an back shot. They're going to need to control both sides of that elevated platform in mid.
Yeah,
And
which
I'll
makes
have to
that
do it
elevated
now.
platform all the more important.
I'll have to do it now. We're into our first match. It's best of 7, so we'll have at least 4 matches today. Hopefully, we'll have 7.
Hopefully,
Let's see this go to 7.
We see 2 head
Love to
its.
see it.
Start with this one.
we've got we've
Head on both
um,
sides.
Team Fae going for a very midliney comp. You've got the bucket and wiper, and we've got the bucket and wiper. Maybe a little bit less paint than you would expect.
Hmm.
Whereas Team Tundra going for considerably less paint than one might expect,
Oh,
with the double dualies and the sloshing machine. And you can see there, just getting off to a very strong start.
Yeah,
They've got the zones controlled. Um,
yeah.
we've got
We'll
a
see
cooler
Team
out here.
Fae here in yellow. Cooler. Team Tundra, of course, in blue. Oh, the reef slider gets 2. Oh,
ooh, very
they're dead.
nice. Didn't
Back for this.
Team Fae might be making a little bit of a comeback with that crab tank and the booyah bomb out. Um, Although they haven't yet, they flipped one zone, but they haven't flipped the other. They're going to have to displace that heavy edit and
We
Oh,
they
Team
flipped
Tundra.
it.
Yeah, Team
There we
Tundra
go.
now has control.
you see down there that plus 26 denotes that they have 26 penalty points to count through before Team Fae can continue to count up. We're following May Tetras here.
Oh, my Tetris got killed.
Of the Tetras, goes down to a splat bomb after out of Reef Slider. One of the weaknesses of Reef Slider is that you're very you're very killable after you pop it. Um, Team
Right, and your path is very predictable.
Mhm.
Jumped
You see
over
that
to the
that's great
Splatana
value
wiper.
for Team Fae. They managed to flip the zone back and keep their lead, albeit narrowly, as the crab tank on Team Tundra goes out.
And now they're chewing through those penalty points right now, trying to get a better lead if they can.
Team Tundra is pushed back pretty hard. They've got jumps in there, but they've got jumps in, but they're alone and in enemy ink, which severely limits your mobility. The Team Fae has managed to chew through those 26 penalty points and are now starting to count down. If Team Tundra can't get something done very soon, it's going to be their game. And as the Splatana Wiper there takes one player with stamp and then another with their long range with their mid range horizontal slash shots. They're going to need to do something very quick. They need to do something now. They flip back one zone, but they need to get. But everyone on Team Fae is looking at the other side. Crab Tank goes out, helping to establish some control as Team Tundra tries to fight around this area, but just very
There's the wipeout. That's
Luckily, Team Tundra
they
managed to
did.
get
They
control
yeah,
right before the wipeout.
just
So they
before the wipeout.
yeah. So they still have more time to fight and regain mid.
But they're going to need to. But the problem is they're going to need to regain mid, and
Yeah.
Team Fae is pushed up pretty deep.
Yeah.
Seen bucket yet? To the bucket.
This is one of the disadvantages of dualies. Sure, you can dive into enemy ink and take really aggressive flanks, but you can struggle to put paint down on the ground. You can struggle to establish like that zoning control that Splat Zones is named after, vital to as the timer as Team Fate ticks through their penalty points. If they don't get something right now,
Oof.
if Team can't get it, and they will not be able to get it, that's the match. What a match!
A really good first match, I think.
Yeah, that was a very good first match. And very too, as needed to kick us off for Thursday too.
Team Faye dominant through most of that match.
I just changed the score on the wrong match. It's a fully different match, I think. Okay, let's fix it.
It's fine. We're doing fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah, our next set of predictions is up. And while that happens, let's also roll the wheel again.
Let's spin that wheel, baby.
That wheel.
Umami Ruins.
Umami
I've
back.
never seen Umami Ruins before.
Umami really excited to be here today. Umami Ruins.
If you were Team Tundra, vote. What would you pick? What would you pick as your counter pick from these three maps?
I think I'd be leaning something probably would Mako Mart, but that might just be that I don't particularly like Inkblot right now.
I have to say that I agree with your I agree with your assessment. May is a known lover of Mako Mart zones. Lots of fun flank routes.
Yeah.
To their plays into his Tetra's play style.
It does.
And the zone on Mako Mart is just the right shape and size to be flipped instantly by a single use of the Reef Slider special, which is good utility for a special that generally doesn't do all that much. But it's not about the special on Tetris. It's about the main weapon, and the main weapon on Tetris is very strong, very tricky.
One day they're gonna Tetra as a sub weapon. Gift. One day.
They when will Tetris get home from the war?
One thing's for sure, if Tetras get home from the war, Dapples won't.
It's a dog eat dog world out
It
there for
is.
Tetris.
I see that in our predictions, Team Fae has 870 points. And Team Tundra has managed exactly one.
Not
One
many, not
singular point.
Team Tundra, not many believers for Team Tundra. It's 1 second. I've gotta open my thing. Help. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna do it. One, two,
Oh
three.
boy, you gonna place a bet? You
Full
gotta
belief
love gambling.
for May. Full belief for May and
Oh,
Team
that's so many points!
13,
Oh
34
boy,
All
the
in.
numbers are too
points
big, they're starting
for
to
May.
touch.
Um, some may say, "Hey, wait, Emma.
That's it. Poll's
There's a
closed.
member of
Oh
there's a
boy!
member of the Hell Doolies on both sides of this, both sides of the border here."
We have a
Um,
map mode pick. And it's not what you guys thought it was gonna be. We're going to Inkblot
mhm.
Clams.
Inkblot
Ink Blot
clams.
Clams,
Okay.
a very a map that I enjoy, a map that I find enjoyable and good.
Let's Inkblot Art Academy.
Um, Inkblot Clams, Inkblot Art Academy. The main thing about Inkblot is the main points of interest on Inkblot are going to be the elevated structures on either side of the middle of the map, called stacks. Stacks. Controlling the stacks is very important because they give you a jump across onto the enemy, onto the part of the into the enemy base, where you need to be if you want to score in Clan Blitz. They sorry. Um, I'm recovering a little bit from a chest cold, so it'll be good. I'll be fine. I'm a sick little Victorian. I'm a sick little
Child.
child, exposed to the radical flavor of a flaming hot Cheeto. Uh,
My dog was doing that today. She just sits in her little crate and stares out of it like I've locked her in there. When in fact I have
mhm,
not. She's entered of her own volition. She's annoyed because I am not
mhm,
paying enough attention to her.
mhm.
I mean, not paying attention to her is like locking her
It is
in.
like locking her into a cage forever. It's like we don't let her outside. We do let her outside. Oh, here's the match.
Here's
Here
the
we
match.
go. Let's see what they're rolling out with for this.
Will Team Tundra stick with their dually centric team comp, or will we see May perhaps flex to will we see May perhaps flex to Splattershot?
We
They
will.
they do
We
flex to
do see
Splattershot, a
this. We
very
see no
different
dualies
looking
in
team
this
comp.
match.
No dualies.
Stay. We'll see two
We've got a
Nautiluses. My least favorite
two
weapon.
Nautilus.
I hate it.
The new
Mm.
Nautilus with splashdown
Boy.
and suction bombs.
The Team Tundra instantly taking a very aggressive position, with the over on the left stack. Um, the they've got Tacticooler, which gives them movement speed, and a whole bunch of other goodies. But most importantly, it means with Tacticooler you can respawn practically instantly, and without depleting your special charge meter. Very very important in this meta of Splatoon 3, as we see May, just absolutely out there on by himself, trying to catch people off guard with the flank, but goes down, and now and Carney on Team Tundra goes down to that Tri-Slosher player.
Gets the trade though.
mm,
We'll see our
May
first power clam on the
going
board.
very deep, threatened by that Nautilus. And he does jump out. He does jump out. So Nautilus feasts on short range shooters like the splatter shot, just with its kill time and mobility. and time to kill. With its kill time and mobility and range, if you're a short range shooter and you're up against a Nautilus, run. And May does, and that's exactly what May does. No, neither team has managed to really get control of the middle of the map, get control of those stacks, so that they can continue to push in so that they can continue to push in toward the enemy base, towards those clan baskets, which you need to score in to win in Clan Blitz.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The
Team
Inkjet,
Fae is
ooh,
getting some. Oh well, I was gonna say Team Fae
Team
was getting
Tundra,
Ooh.
some of the
ooh, oh
economy,
no,
but it looks like the economy is a bit in shambles on both sides.
they managed to salvage it a little bit. They managed to score the one power clam there, but it's probably going to be
Just
probably
one. Oh, the
it,
bucket.
oh,
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 bucket's out of ink.
the tie slosher is just
Oh,
tries
unfortunate.
off. Oh, but they do go down to the squeezer.
Unfortunate
Guess.
out of ink moment.
Mhm. It's looking very it's looking very good for Team Tundra here. They've got control of both stacks. They've got control of mid. They might just be waiting on a special in order to push in
Oh,
deeper. Oh dear! But
oh,
the
that's a
wipeout.
wipe. That's a
that's a
wipe.
wipeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Team Fae here has
The
the economy. So if they can get a
the
push
the,
going, they
the
could score a lot.
mhm. They could very well score a substantial amount of points.
Yep, that's it.
But
That's
the
lead.
they but the thing about
And
Inkbot,
there's
you can't just waltz into the enemy basket. You have to manage to you have to clear the people out there
Oh, they
somehow.
get another
they
wipeout.
just
They do with aplomb. They do very.
Yes.
hey,
And they'll go back and get more clams here. Keep the push alive.
Team Tundra
really
needs to
strong
stabilize.
lead
They
here now.
right now they're going in one at a time, taking fights at a number disadvantage. We call the state staggering, and it's one of the ways that you can just get into a disadvantaged state and never really recover. They do manage to recover.
Just
They
in
have,
time.
but with such a narrow margin, and not with only
Not
after
much time left either.
Faye.
Yeah.
Team Faye pushes to 9 points remaining, and only
Team Tundra's got a tough order ahead right now if they want to win this
mhm,
match.
very tough, very tough.
Because as long as they have a clam, they'll get an overtime.
Ooh,
But they have to score enough in a
Ooh,
single
so
basket opening if
very
we go into overtime.
I like the special coordination there on the push. You had one person there. You had one person pushing front door that ramp, and from an off angle, the key popped the Zuka. Just very effective team play there as we get into as
scoped
we
here.
go into the final seconds of this match. Team Tundra does not have a power clam, so they will not go into overtime. That's another win for Team Faye.
Very clean gameplay from Team Fae. Once they got control
Mm,
of mid, they really took advantage of it.
mm.
Yeah,
Just
they did a very good job of taking their time, getting those stacks, getting mid, and then pushing in.
mm, very good team play. Very good, very well considered team play, especially pushing up to Team Tundra's basket.
And we got a
Uh,
fist bump that match, so.
and we got a fist bump. Yes,
Cool, let's spin the wheel for our third match.
third wheel.
Will the wheel give us umami again?
Could.
Wheel three on Thursday too.
Virgin? Ooh, the new
Ooh.
undertow and humpback pump track. That is a set of maps.
That is a set of maps. All maps.
Will we see undertow even though it's new?
I have not
Mhm.
actually played the new Undertow yet.
Hmm. I've played one mode
Slightly
on it,
different. It's a little bit different.
Rainmaker. It's a little different. The new alleys on the sides definitely changed some dynamics in the map.
Mm.
They didn't
But yeah.
change Rainmaker. That's good. Wasn't that the only good one?
Mhm.
They did change it, but so they did. Okay.
All three of these maps characterized, I would say, by weird stuff happening in the middle of the map.
Hmm.
You've got Sturgeon, which with its hump
Dance now.
in the middle of the map. You've got Undertow Spillway, where the whole map cinches down to this tiny little waste area. And you've got Humpback Hump Track, where you've got a hump. It's a hump in the middle of the map, forcing a lot of fights, favoring buckets, favoring blasters, favoring weapons that can either hit up and around and over that hump, or weapons that like to take knife fights, weapons that like to get up and close and personal in your face and surprise you. So let's see. So it'll be interesting to see what people will go for.
It will be. I tried to put a grabble into the
Into the grab.
bucket, but I think there's too many JSONs running. Didn't do it. Someone else has to do it once the prediction is officially over.
Mm.
It'll drop 2 grabble.
2 gravel. Gravel 2.
If anyone's interested in giving Mino
Equal to gravel.
specifically money, here's your chance. Or pitching ideas on how to use the grabble. Also important.
For gravel.
Maybe we could build our own stage with enough gravel.
Ooh, if we get enough gravel, we can build our own stage.
SLAMMIN CUP construction arc.
Just like Marina.
Oop, we got a map pick. Oh, and I've hit the button to change weapons instead. We're going to Sturgeon Zones.
Sturgeon Zones, okay.
The urge to surge is what's going on in Team Tundra.
Sturgeon's got some nice high ground that can be used.
Oh, let's turn on.
You've got that hump in mid, you've got that bridge in mid, like I said, but you've also very, very important are the spinners and snipes that flank the middle area of the map. Very good vantage points, very strong positions, especially for backliners. That you have to clear out. You've got to contest those positions before you can continue on and push deeper, push further along in the map. We'll see how both teams rise to the challenge of surviving and thriving in certain zones.
Okay. Yeah. One thing to note that last match is that Team Tundra did really well in Cavity clan economy. At one point, all of them had full power clams, but they just weren't able to turn it into an actual push. So they have really good like game state awareness. They just need to start like coordinating their team fights.
Yeah. Sometimes it's all about making sure that you're not getting into a disadvantage to 2v1.
Yeah.
Making sure the 2 is on your side and not the other side.
Well, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Fish, did you see what Jinx put in the chat?
Your game audio.
What? No, I haven't. Done.
And talking one stream. All right, we're off to the races here. Team Tundra versus Team Fae. We've got this ladder off alone on the left side of the map there, flanking.
Team Fae in orange, Team Tundra in blue. For those trying to keep track of colors. Not my strong suit.
Outgo the Tenta missiles. Team Tundra has not yet really managed to contest the zone. You've got Team Tundra with that Bloblobber, with rain and being able to hit up over that hump with its bouncing slosher shots, but not really able to get much done so far. As they need they will want to try and get back together, try and re-coordinate.
Yeah, Team Fae's looking pretty dominant so far, and they've scored a lot of points now. That
Team Tundra does
Oh,
have
but
two.
but they've
they got the double
They've
with
got the
after
the
10
TCM they
missiles.
might
missiles.
They've got the Zuko.
will
They
they
that's
They've
gonna be
got
huge. That's
will
gonna
they
be
control.
catch?
huge. They're
Okay,
two down,
we have the penalty.
Oh, go to
and they are in
operations.
control.
It's a penalty of 63. So yeah, Team Fae will now need to score a lot more points to finish this match. So Team Tundra has a shot here. They can really control mid.
Nice pick
Very good pick from the blob.
Um, but the only slosher that can kill in a single shot. It's there are a lot of other asterisks there, but it does.
It does in fact kill in a single shot. Don't think about it.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um.
L.
Ooh,
No.
L
Oh,
moment.
you hate to see that.
hate
I've
to
done
see
that.
that.
It's gonna be a tricky situation for Team Tundra here. We've got a jump in that's campable.
Oh,
Um,
paying good
and
attention to the beacons.
Team Tundra their fortunes flip in a moment as Team Fae once again has very strong control over mid, especially with that tri-slosher.
And pushing into their base area too.
They're playing very aggressively, which makes a lot of sense given that the more space you take up, the more space it's going to take. The more space the other teams.
We've flipped the map here.
Yeah, flipped it.
Tundra's got control again. And they've actually gotten the score pretty close. If they can manage to get through this penalty, they
can take the lead.
It's a pretty close match.
Ooh, and
You're also dead.
lapsed on. Team Tundra Team Tundra is 2 down.
Blob with 2 assists though. But the bucket.
A very confused situation as Team Fae manages to get in behind Team Tundra, but and just in time as they flip
in time to give the penalty again.
back in their favor. Penta missiles go out. It's a perfect opportunity for Team Tundra to push, but the triple splashdown turns a pick into a trade. Once again, the tri-slosher up there on Team Tundra's snipe, able to very effectively lock them out as we're down to the final 15 ticks of this match. It's going to be a desperate scramble for survival that I don't think will go their way. Team Tundra goes 0-3 so far. It's not over yet, though. It's not over. We have seen the reverse sweep before in the SLAMMIN CUP.
Let's figure out why my stream audio isn't working. Why would it be working, to be honest?
Venting asks if that is the cowboat calf boat in the commentary booth, and yes, that is.
It's boat.
It's boat.
It is.
Boat from boat.
The calf boat.
Did that fix it? Someone on the stream, tell me if that fixed it.
I might hear a tiny bit of
game audio real. I can't believe there was no game audio and 0 people in the chat mentioned it. They were like, I guess we're gonna sit in silence the whole time. Why? What are you guys doing?
It speaks to the strength of our commentary team.
We're just so good at talking. Okay, venting, it's not your fault. It's everyone else's fault. You did? Jesus.
Yeah, apparently we were engaging.
Okay.
We were just too engaging. It's fine. We don't need game audio.
Who needs game audio when you could have our luscious voices? Let's spin the wheel.
Yes, let's see this will Umami make a comeback. We've already seen it 3 times on Tuesday or Thursday too. We'll call it Tuesday.
No umami, sadly.
Humpback Eeltail Mincemeat. This is a set of stages.
These are some of the stages of all time. Many people are saying this. Humpback
Will
is.
we see Mincemeat pull? Will we see Eeltail zones?
But will we see Eeltail's inexplicable deletion of the ramp that made some of its maps playable, and that they still haven't reverted?
Venting is hoping for Humpback Clams. Humpback Clams is quite a map mode.
It's one of the map modes of all time.
It really is.
Humpback, like I said, it's got that hump in the middle. Very uneven terrain around the whole stage. Makes
you can go all the way around it, basically.
Yep, it's got that track all the way around. It's definitely one where defending your basket requires a lot more map awareness and awareness of where players are, because there are so many routes to get in. There's a lot of space that you can just move in, hide behind the hump, and get in there.
Absolutely. You've got the direct route where you just march up to the basket. You've got routes that take you very close to walls, beneath ledges, for cover. And then of course you've just got the route where you go around to the very outside of the course, hoping that nobody sees you, and just sneak up behind everybody else and score the claim.
Yeah. That back route can be difficult to defend against if all of your team has already gone down past that wall, because your only way back up is either a long path or jumping all the way back to your spawn. It'll be really important to watch for anyone coming around that back path and make sure that they can't get through.
And we've got to
guess what? We're gonna see it. We're gonna see some humpback.
Humpback zones.
Humpback zones.
It's not clams, but we will see humpback.
Humpback.
That's good. We spent so long talking about it.
A very understandable choice, given that Eeltail and Mincemeat are some of their existing stages that are in the game.
You can play them, contrary to popular belief.
Can you play them?
Physically, yeah.
Physically, I suppose. Physically, sure.
I say that, but I did have a mental breakdown on humpback clams once. We won the match, but
only once?
We won.
I've had several. I've had several mental
only
breakdowns.
One really big one.
Interesting question. How Nintendo chooses the maps for opens, and Pack suggests that it might be wheel-based. Nintendo could be. I imagine John Nintendo might be spinning our wheel, and picking from the options to set zones, or set the opens options.
How did John Nintendo get this privileged information?
I think they actually just use ours.
How did John Nintendo manage
it's probably ours.
They just took it.
How did John Nintendo steal this from us?
I think it's a public website.
Is it?
It's a link to a NeoCities. Which I assume means
I
that if you just copied the link
Nintendo
and pasted it into your browser, you can open it.
Like opens. I think this makes sense. Yes, they do increase the odds of getting the new maps within the first 24 hours of a new map being released or updated.
Speaking of new maps,
This happened.
We're moving on to an old one. Humpback Zone. As Team Fae, Team Tundra, let's go. A very bucket heavy comp, as Team Tundra goes for a bucket, but also dark tetras, probably for that zone flipping capability that its Leaf Slider has. And also, like I said, very knife fighty map. as May is able to take full advantage of the Tetra's mobility and juke and dodge rolling capabilities to get a pick there, get a trade.
Close match so far. We only just got our first cap after more than 30 seconds. So.
Out goes the missiles. One member of Team Fae goes down.
Yeah, Team Tundra is here in the pink, and Team Fae.
And we
is
just
in
watched
blue.
the boom boom gun go down. What is this thing called?
Blaster, range blaster.
Now,
Oh, okay.
Now these calls can
Okay.
be difficult sometimes.
Superior bucket.
From Benjamin.
Benjamin proving which bucket is superior.
As the range blaster alone and in enemy territory goes down. It looks like Team Tundra's got a very strong hold on the competition right now. Although that could change in a moment, as it just did. It's going to be a struggle for Team. Oh!
This is a close match right now.
Very close, very close.
And I will note, for anyone else who has color difficulties like me, the colors are swapped to the icons on top. So Team Tundra is in pink and Team Fae is in this tealish blue color.
Yeah, sadly, Splatoon hasn't gotten to the point where it can read our specific color setup always.
It's an advantage state for Team Fae. As Team Tundra goes, it's an advantage state for Team Fae as Team Tundra goes 2 down. Haven't yet managed to really contest the zone yet. That said, one goes down on zone, but they will have to get things done very quickly here if they want to stay in this match. If they want to stay alive in the tournament.
In this specific match, they're not eliminated forever.
They're not eliminated. They do flip the zone. They do manage to flip the zone.
And give a penalty again to Team Fae.
Not managing to actually take the zone back. As Team Tundra continues to struggle to get back in after Team Fae takes control of the zone back. You've got one special on Team Tundra, the tri-strikes from the slosher, but May trying to take advantage of that, but goes down by himself goes down by himself. Almost flipping the zone. Gets but goes down. And out goes the Trizuka. Gets 2 picks. It's gonna be Carney and May versus the here. They will not get it. 5, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
That's game
That's
point.
this match. Team Fae versus Team Tundra goes the way of Team Fae.
Those are some very close matches, though. In many cases, they were definitely fights.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Team Fae definitely managed to get control in every match eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Really push advantage once they had it.
The edge. What do you think was the edge there, Bo? What do you think was the decider?
Team Fae was coordinated better. I think that might have been what was going on there, because in the individual fights, these were really tight fights. All the players had really good, mechanics and all that. But when it came down to a final, once somebody's at a disadvantage, I think Fae was better at pushing as a team.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
I agree. You also saw that difference in team coordination when Team Fae was attempting when Team Tundra was attempting to push back in, to push against Team Fae. People try there was definitely a disconnect in terms of people trying to take fights together, trying to split the team's attention and divide and conquer. But very, very strong play from Team Fae, very strong play from Team Tundra. It'll be exciting to see where these teams go from here, don't you think?
Definitely, and a good play from Umami as well, getting rolled 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Very
Umami
good.
really showed up strong in this match.
Really made their presence known and felt here in the SLAMMIN CUP.
Yes.
But that will do it for today.
Yes, let's pull up our standings really quick. I can find the
at the end of second Thursday.
Yes, that's the second of our third week 2 matches, so there are 5.
The second Thursday should be called Tuesday. I think this is where the name comes from.
There it is.
Team Tundra takes a hit, goes down to 3rd place in the tournament, which is to say that their record is 1-1. But
our final matchup this week will be on Saturday.
I think
that'll
it's
be
1
Team
p.m.
Jailer
Eastern.
versus Team Banescale.
Yes, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Or 10 Pacific time.
Be there or don't be there.
I won't. It's my team, and I won't be there.
I'm sure that people have important things to do, but if you're not there, it says a lot about your priorities. To be honest, it says a lot about the fact that you don't prioritize the SLAMMIN CUP over everything else in your life, which is to say,
ridiculous. You know, why would you ever do that?
I'm not here to judge anybody, but I'm just saying, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand.
No amount of events that you had to do are more important than SLAMMIN CUP. Also, the event I'm gonna be at is gonna rain, so kill me. Kill me now. All day.
Twitch TOS.
That was hypothetical.
That's a joke only May understand. In any event, thank you so much for turning out today, everybody. Thank you to the teams. Thank you for the people out there in chat. Can I get a big hand for chat?
Shout out to chat.
Shout out to chat indeed.
And yeah, we will see you.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
We will see you on Saturday. Yeah, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a great second Thursday.
See you.